Hello and welcome to What the Famicom, a gaming podcast for
people who hate gaming podcasts.
Oh man, that's my partner. What's your name today? Dan Tander?
No, it was going to be Officer Danner, and then it was going to be Dan River.
That's pretty good. Well, this is Nick Driver. So
I was waiting for you to do a Nintendo thing, but you can't really do that.
No, I can't actually. Nick Station, Driver, you're the wheelman now. Anyway, welcome. Today we're going to talk about, I think, the quintessential, 70s meets gritty, meets awesome, meets physics, meets cool, meets nostalgic, meets one of the greatest games in gaming history.
That's right. You want me to say it?
Yeah, Mega Man.
I feel like Mega Man should be the intro to every single episode we do.
Yeah, we might be able to get away with that.
Here's a question. Have you ever been put in a scenario where you were in some kind of getaway car or a driver for a situation, trying to get away, obviously, in a car chase or something?
So, sort of two instances. One, I was speeding. I think I was doing 45 and a 35 or a 25 or a 30, and I saw the cop, and he was totally looking to make sure people weren't speeding. And at the time, I drove a green Trans Am, or a Firebird, as we like to refer to them.
I remember that. I actually remember that car.
So I was like, oh my God, fuck, he saw me, I can't get a ticket. So I drove as fast as I could to the next left-hand turn, because I was also going against traffic from where he was parked. Yeah. And I pulled in and just parked and turned off my car and ducked my head really low. Now, I don't know if the cop was looking for me, but a few seconds later, a cop did drive by.
Wait.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a getaway, you just hid.
But he probably pulled out of his spot because he was going to come behind me, check my plates to see if it was illegal or whatever, and turn on his lights and maybe give me a ticket. So technically I probably got out of a ticket.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess.
I mean, are you saying you've driven away from cops when their lights?
No, I hopped in a car to get away from a scenario that had to speed away.
Ah.
So do you have another story?
Yeah, the other one was just
okay.
We got into a fight in a neighborhood, and it was literally like a college fight in a college town. And I pulled just me and a bunch of my friends. We went to a house party.
Is that when you were in the Klan?
Yeah, the Klan, yes. And we went, and this dude got into a fight with a guy, and I pulled him off, and I said enough, because I was an adult at the time, and I was like, this is where we stop. And I got his blood on my jeans, and I didn't realize it, so we all got into these cars, and it was a cul-de-sac, literally a cul-de-sac in Newark, Delaware, and we're all waiting in line to get, so the chase was the best, because we were all leaving the cul-de-sac and waiting to make a right. So we were in a line of 8 cars of college boys and girls, trying to make a right out of this cul-de-sac, but we had to wait for traffic. And a cop just came because he heard there was a fight, and there's all these cars trying to leave the cul-de-sac, and he shined his light at us.
Oh my God, that's so good.
He did the thing, and we were like, what? And he was like, he shined the light on my pants, and he was like, where are you guys going? And he looked at it, and he's like, is that blood? And I was like, it's not mine. And I didn't think that, I just said that because it was the first words that came to my mind. He said, wrong answer, and he reached in and grabbed me and pulled me out of the car.
Oh my God.
It was pretty cool. Anyway.
Is that it's like Sleepers? You ever see Sleepers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, dude, that's what happened.
He was going to molest me?
Yeah, I didn't. No, anyway, dude, I was talking about stealing hot dogs. What the fuck were you talking about?
Isn't that what stealing hot dogs is? Code for?
Yeah. I only have one story, actually. To save people's names that we know, I'm going to say their names backwards. So I was with Zilal.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I was with
Zilal.
And I was with...
It's funny, I say his name backwards more than I say it forwards.
Sarir.
Oh my God. What?
And so we went to the gym. We went to like a Bally's Fitness or something. We all worked out together, I guess.
That's kind of hot.
We went to a Chinese buffet near the gym, and none of us, I think only some of us had some money, but it was only a certain amount. And they asked me to find out, to run in a Chinese buffet and see how much it actually was. And I think I told them the wrong price, or I looked at the wrong piece on the menu. I ran back out and I'm like, oh, we have enough. It's cool. So we all get food and we get the check, and it was way more than we thought. We didn't have the actual money.
Oh no.
So our plan was to dine and dash. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess we have to do it. Like, there's no fucking way. I don't think cell phones were like as prominent.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could call someone and be like, hey, can you come give me, I don't know what the fuck I would do.
You weren't going to Venmo anyone. That's for sure.
Yeah. So the plan was for me to be the last one, for me to be like, take the few dollars, roll it up in the receipt, and then be the last one to leave. So everybody left. They went to get in the car, and I waited a few minutes, and the dude was still waiting for me to pay the check. And I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do? So I took like a bunch of crumbled up ones and put them near the receipt and like the fortune cookie. And when he went back to the kitchen, I like left it on the table and I started like speed walking outside of it. And as soon as I open the door, I see my buddy in his car with the back door open, and I dive in the back seat. And as I turn around, I see what seemed like the cook with like an actual thing in his hand. I'm pretty sure it was like a giant knife. Like, they stormed after me.
Yo, you got chased?
Dude, I got chased. Like, he probably figured it out and sent the fucking cook after me. I turned my back as I was diving in the backseat of this car, and I see the fucking huge-ass cook. He has something in his hand. He's like,
yo, that's a
I don't know what he expected to do, chop my fucking head off?
For like $14?
Yeah, it literally was like maybe $14, $15 that we didn't have.
Imagine killing someone for $14. Shout out.
I'll show you. Yeah, that was like, I'll never forget that, because I like, as I was diving in, I guess I twirled my body like I was like Raiden from Mortal Kombat as I was getting in the big
doing the twisty move.
I did like a twisty turn, and as I dove in, I saw him, and my friend like sped away because everyone else saw him too. So we sped away, dude.
That's pretty hot, dude.
I fucking broke the wall.
Was that before or after the gym? I'm really confused.
It was after the gym.
So you guys would do gains and then go to the Chinese buffet?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good.
It sounds like a really good combination.
Sounds like a good combination. Sounds like you would get diarrhea from both. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it probably wasn't the best idea, because I think near the gym was like right in the same spot. The gym was like right in front of like a McDonald's or like a Wendy's. So like when you're running on the treadmill, the window just shows you Wendy's or McDonald's.
And you're like, I'm going to eat that in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is probably not the best place. So
awesome.
Anyway, I broke the law.
Whoa.
I hope that guy's listening. You think he's listening?
What if he just listens to podcasts to try and find who admits it, and once it's released, he's gonna find you and fuck you up, dude? Yo, he's gonna fuck you up.
He got me. He got my number.
Now
yeah,
he's
but
been listening
okay, at least
like 20 years.
So okay, you have to refer to me as Nad this whole episode, so he doesn't know.
Yeah, you're Nad.
Well, it's not like he knew my name anyway.
He might have, dude. What if he what if he snipped them ones? His $1 bills that you rolled up and put
oh god. So I wanted to ask that because that leads into obviously the topic of our conversation, which is
you are the wheelman. That's the name of the game, right?
Yeah, I actually can't believe that that's actually part of the title, which is crazy.
Well, is it? It says it was North America. I've never seen a game that actually had that written on it.
I think it was. Oh, you know what? I don't know if it was actually written on the
case.
The box.
It wasn't. It was totally not written on the case.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Cases are anymore, do they?
No, they don't. And I'm so glad you said jewel cases because that means you're a real gamer. If anyone's listening and has never said the word jewel case, don't just stop listening.
Get out. Turn it off, jewel caseless. You're non-jewel case listeners, okay? We know who you are.
So, jewel case. I have tons of jewel cases under my bed. I have them under my pillow.
Like you're like smog.
Cases.
Some
Sometimes
people
I open
say
them
you're
up
smog
and push
of jewel cases
in there.
You have jewel cases as far as the eye can see, and just jewel cases. And sometimes they get cracked, but they protect the game pretty well.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is, we're talking about Driver. I feel like it was like a first of its kind because every game nowadays, you can drive a car. You can fucking crash into cars. You can drive around open cities. Like every GTA now for the past like 15 years, past 20 years.
Yeah. Well,
you can do what this game does, but this game did it first, technically.
1999, dude. 1999. It's over 20-year anniversary for our boy.
I just feel like it's actually the 21-year anniversary. Oh, you know what? This matches up. 21st episode, 21-year anniversary.
That's why we did it.
Yeah, that's exactly why we did it.
For the listeners.
I just wanted to talk, like, just quickly comment, like, how there's no games like this anymore because that came out before Grand Theft Auto. Like,
it was kind of the precursor.
You can find everything you find in these games now, and it's just really annoying. But that's all. Episode's over.
That's it. We summed it up. We talked about our pro-life driver, and then we talked about the game. And
we talked about breaking the law. We talked about Chinese buffet chefs.
Yeah, dude. What, your dad, his nickname was John Tanner, dude?
Yeah. My dad's nickname was John Panner.
Yeah.
Is that what he used to sit on pans when they were hot?
No.
Get the rush?
He would panhandle for money, but like he would say his name was the same as the guy from Driver. That's pretty cool.
Tell me about Driver, you are the wheelman.
For one, it was GT Interactive Software. June 1999. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I do remember it like it was yesterday.
Here's the craziest part. There's a 2 minute and 45 second video that's kind of like they showed it at E3 before this game was released. If you looked it up right now, like you would recognize it. It actually
what is it?
Is it
the intro of the game?
Yes. So this is what they did to show the game was coming out, and it was ahead of its time CGI. Like right now, you might laugh at it, but at the time, it was one of the best, in quotes. It looked really awesome, and it was you just going through a garage, real quiet, looking at the cars to your left and your right, and then you focus on, I guess it's like a 1965 Mustang. You get in it, you hotwire it, all while like no other music is playing or anything. It's just like it looks like a movie from like the 1980s or 70s. Some people even say this is based on Driver. The movie came out in like 78 or something like that. Makes sense. Anyway, you hotwire it, you get in the car, and as you're going through the parking garage, there's a cop car that's like slowly looking at all these cars, and as it hits the lights and like woo woo woo, your car just takes off. Yeah. Well, but your car just fucking spins tires, dude. It does a burnout. You're going, and the whole time you just go full speed, and that's how I remember this game, from that video. And I watched that CGI video, and I was like, this is the coolest game ever.
Yeah, I watched it too. It's funny because it's sort of like a horror movie intro because there's no music. It's just his footsteps.
Quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of scary because some of the views are like under cars. But yeah, he hotwires the car, he gets out. It's really, surprisingly, the graphics look pretty good for 99.
I'm telling you, they were ahead of their time at the time.
Yeah.
The other cool
don't we say that about every game we talk about?
I don't know, but anyway, I don't want to get into it. The polygon count in this one was through the roof.
Yeah, we don't like to talk politics or polygon ticks.
Polygon ticks in this.
Polygon ticks.
But the whole game was 70s derivative. Like it feels like a 70s, 80s vibe. I think they did a very good job of capturing it. And the whole idea was you were a getaway driver. And how do you make that into a game? Well, it was interesting because they focused on all the physics. They focused on all the car driving and everything. But, like, you don't get to leave your car. You don't even talk.
He barely talks.
I don't think he does.
He does say some things.
Does he? Or while you're driving?
Yeah.
I feel like he does.
Well, no, I was watching some of the cutscenes, and somebody was talking to him at, like, a diner, and they were, like, offering him a job. And he was like, they were like, how much you want? And he said a number. He's like 15, and they're like, "Okay, you'll get it." And he's like, "I want small bills."
I don't remember that.
And I was like, "Ew, just stop talking, dude."
Yo, John Tanner, my man.
Could we talk about him for a second? Because
his name sounds super generic.
Well, the only characteristic he has is that he's a former race car driver.
Yes, I do love that.
That's his only characteristic, which I think.
I like how he's an edgy cop, and they're like, "You're gonna go undercover," and he's like, "I don't need my badge." It's like kind of interesting. I'm like, oh,
I want to go to the Indy 500.
Undercover.
So yeah, they don't talk about, the funny thing is they don't talk about why they just say in the manual, they say he's a cop, he was a race car driver, but because of an accident that ended his career. So I was trying to think of like what
an accident that could have ended his career.
Yeah, like what kind of like did he just pee himself while he was driving? And then I thought maybe he ate a bunch of tacos before one race and he shit himself. And you know how cars
so like embarrassed.
Flip? You know how cars like flip when they crash? I think that happens. I don't watch NASCAR, but cars flip. So like when he shit himself, the car flipped and shit went past the barrier into the audience. So they yelled at him and called him Toilet Tanner.
So embarrassed for him.
Yeah, so he had to change his name. That's why he became a cop.
Oh my god.
They called him Toilet Tanner for years.
I would have become a cop too. I could just picture a bunch of kids screaming at him, Toilet Tanner, Toilet Tanner. And
well, they weren't yelling at everyone was covered in shit, so they were just I think everybody on the other side of the NASCAR thing was calling him that.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. That's weird.
Yeah.
The movie
you literally never find out why he was not a race car driver, so that's why.
You don't find out much. That's kind of the beauty of this era of PlayStation games. Like, they had plot, which is more than some of their prequels. Like, a Nintendo game, like, sometimes didn't have any plot. You were jumping from A to B and shooting a bad guy, and you're trying to beat him.
Yeah.
So, like, we got into this range, and it was like, whoa, he was an ex-race car driver, and now he's undercover to stop this. And it's like, whoa, that's a lot. But they never tell you any more than that. Like, that's the whole story. You got it all.
Sometimes it's told in the manual. Like, in this manual, I actually found it. First off, I found the instruction manual online.
Yours? Oh, I thought you found yours, dude. That would be nice.
No. Secondly, it actually says less in the manual than I thought, which I thought I would get more story out of the manual. But I was like, all right, well, there's some story in the game. What's the story again?
He's an undercover cop, and he has to infiltrate this whole secret underworld, and then they need a getaway driver, so he's the getaway driver, and eventually you climb the chain and realize that they're trying to assassinate the president.
Oh my god, that's my favorite part.
The president didn't even make our list of presidents.
Oh my god, yeah, I just realized that when I was looking this shit up, because I'm like,
I know.
He's great, because in the last level, you have to get the president away from everybody.
Safety, yeah.
But the whole time, when you're like driving and making turns, he's like, that's a nice turn. That's a really.
He should have been.
That's a nice one, boy. Like he keeps like saying things.
Yeah, that don't have anything to do with anything.
But that was my favorite part because I'm like, fuck, this guy could have definitely made our list of presidents.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm telling you. There were more.
Going back to the manual. The manual for this game was my favorite era of like video game manuals because it was before they went crazy and put like the whole story in them. But it was also like really well done. But in it, the very first page is a picture of the PlayStation that says, it's basically like, this is the PlayStation. This is the on button. And I'm like,
and it starts telling you how to work the PlayStation. Yeah.
You're like showing a picture of the controller and they're like, this is the X button. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the fucking worst.
It's good stuff, dude. Actually, you know what's funny about this game too? The intro was actually the hardest part of the game.
Oh my God! I was actually
in the garage.
Bring that up.
Were you going to mention that? Yeah.
If you beat the garage, you beat the hardest part of the whole fucking game.
Yeah. So to get the job for the mob, they ask you to do a whole bunch of stunts in like 2 minutes, and there's a stopwatch at the top of the screen, and they just say go. And it's funny because there's always a dude in your car, which cracks me up, and that's why it's so funny that John Tanner doesn't talk because the other guy in your car
the person always
talk.
Does, yeah,
always, and it's like. You have to do a slalom, a 180, a reverse 180. I didn't even know what half of these words were.
I didn't know what slalom was. I looked it up. Who even says that word?
Exactly. That's where I learned slalom. That's literally where I learned the word. Reverse 180. There's like you have to do a burnout, a 360, a regular 180. You have to do all these tricks, and while you're doing them, the dude in the car's like, "Whoa, hey man," and he says stuff like that, and then he's like, "Whoa, that's a new paint job." Every time you crash. Yeah. And those are like small details that are corny, but looking back, I appreciate them maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or hated them.
I wanted to actually was going to bring that up too, because that's one of my favorite things. While you're doing these crazy ass, I don't know why it was so hard to do. Like, I don't understand why it was physically impossible to do every single thing in that allotted time. It's an
And it's
open
just
parking lot.
weird because like well, it has a lot of those beams in the middle, and it's also weird because you don't know what they're asking you to do. Like
Yeah,
it's
like
really
I
generic.
probably.
They're like, hey, just do a 360, and you're like, where do I do it? What are you talking about?
How many people did they expect to know what the fuck a slalom was? Besides your
Yeah,
dad,
I
who
have
else knows
no
what a slalom
idea.
was? Because that one time I came over, he told me he was slaloming something.
Yeah,
And
he
I'm like,
said,
oh, like, what's that
yo,
mean?
he said your
And
mom.
he wouldn't open his mouth though, like, so something was in his mouth. So I wasn't sure, and then I left that night, and I remember, like, hearing, like, a splash hit the ground. So, I don't know what was in there. Maybe he dropped some water, I'm not sure.
Yeah, your dad, John Panner, dude. I'm telling you, that's why they call him that. So good. He was panhandling that night, every other night, like a race car guy. Oh, like
I found a minimal plot that I wrote down as a sentence.
Go.
Lieutenant Mackenzie instructs Tanner to infiltrate the Castaldi crime family and takes him to Miami, San Francisco, LA, and New York. That's all I wrote down.
That's all you needed to write down. It's fine.
That's the whole game.
Crazy though, dude, because the thing I liked about this game and looking back and seeing videos from it is like there's a 70s vibe where like they play 70s music. There's like kind of porno music playing, like
the whole time.
Yeah.
That was like
and then
Seinfeld. Sorry.
Yeah, that was like Seinfeld. You apologize. And they even had like I feel like was it one of the first games with like prominent black characters, voice actors? Because like there were a lot, and they were like doing like the Shaft type thing, and I don't remember a lot of games that had that, but it had that. Well,
you have to meet a pimp in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a little offensive. Yeah. Yes, Rufus. That was the game.
I think the 90s video games really loved pimps. I think there were so many pimps in video games.
There were.
You know what sucks? Yeah. Video games gave pimps a bad name. That's probably why they don't exist.
Well, that's probably why games nowadays don't have pimps. Can you name a video game in the past 10 years that's had a pimp in it?
Final Fantasy 15.
I don't think it did it?
I didn't play it.
I don't think it did. I'm telling you, dude. Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Yeah, it did have a pimp in it.
Yeah, that's gonna have a pimp in it.
Good call. That's wild. The other thing
you're right. Like, and it has nothing to do with like people being offended by it. I think like in the last 20 years, like you literally can't name one. Probably does have people being offended.
Somewhere. Yeah, probably. The other thing is, like, the 70s vibe was in the music. A little bit of the culture, a little bit of, like, voice acting, a little bit in the music, but also the cars themselves. Like, I kind of got a feel for the cars. And it's funny, watching the video, I recognize the sound of the engine. And I'm not a car guy who's like, yo, do you hear that Z8? Fuck it. And say the name of the engine, because I can't. Yeah. But there is a little something that was kind of cool about hearing the car engines, and I don't know, like, I felt like the game embodied 70s cars and 80s cars and, like, muscle cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the sound effects were great. Like, I don't know shit. I know even less about you. Like, I could care less about cars.
Whoa.
What?
GameSpot's Frank Provo was critical of the sound, saying it lacked realism in what driving should have, but otherwise, Driver is a smoothness personified. So
wait, what's this guy's name again?
Frank Provo, dude. You want to call him out?
Hey, Frank.
Let's call him out. Hey, Frank.
Yeah,
Frank Provo from, what's it called? GameSpot. GameSpot.
How many years ago? When was that review?
1999, dude. Let's call him out right now. Frank. Come on down, Frank. Provo. Come on down, Provo.
Come down to the studio. We have a copy of Driver. We want you to play. We tied up your wife and daughter.
We got guns.
So if you don't beat the training tutorial
with the sound off,
we're going to do it without the sound off. Yeah,
let's do it with the sound off.
Just come on down to the studio, dude. I just want to talk it out. And
we're not going to hurt anyone.
Yeah, we're not going to. No, yeah.
We're not going to get political, Frank.
Yeah, we don't want to get political or political. We just want you to come down. What was the rest of his review?
I didn't even click on it.
I don't think
he gave a pretty good grade.
Don't give him clickbait.
I'm not giving him
clickbait, dude.
I'm not doing it.
We're
not giving him any more attention. Not giving Frank any more attention. He's had
enough. You already gave him a whole 5-minute segment. Clickbait.
You know what? Forget about Frank. Come down here. Let's get the wife and daughter.
Frank, turn around. We don't want you coming down. Fucking clickbait, man.
Turn your car around, Frank. We're done. Turn your car around. Turn your life around.
Yeah, turn your life around, you big fucking loser.
If you guys want to donate to our Patreon, our donation platform that we set up,
I've changed the name of it. It's a Tanner Fund.
I thought you changed it to Panner Fund, and your dad said he was in charge of it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, he's
but
good.
I kept asking him questions, and he was like, Slolum. And I'm like, what are you trying to say? He had something in his mouth. I'm like, Dad, come on, man.
Yeah. All right, we'll donate, and we'll donate to a great fund or something. So what else? Do you want to wrap up Driver 1, as we can call it? Or, I mean, do you want to talk about...
Another small thing that I like about Driver 1 is when in between jobs, you go into this shitty motel of Tanner.
Oh, yes. That's so cool.
The shitty motel is...
The toolbox?
Where you save the game. If you save the game, you go to the VCR. If you want to do a new job, you go to the answering machine.
Oh, the answering machine is so cool.
Yeah, if you want to do options, it's a toolbox.
Yeah. The door was to go to...
If you want to go for a ride. Yeah, the door was actually the main menu, and to go for you can go like a free roam ride around, which is cool, and that's like a pair of keys. But here's my thing. That was fantastic. Like he still watches VCRs. They're probably all porno. There's like a pile of VCRs on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally like 7 VCRs, like one sticking out. They're definitely 100%.
100%. They're all Sugar Bush.
But yeah, it's probably all Sugar Bush pornos. So so in that, like the bed is next to the answering machine, whatever the layout is. In cutscenes that they show later, the layout of his hotel room is completely different.
Has that been bothering you for 20 years? I thought that was
really funny because I was watching the cutscenes and I'm like, wait a minute. Is this another room? Did you pay for another room, Tanner, just so you don't have to? I don't know, but I thought it was really funny. Can't believe they missed that.
Continuity error. 20 years later, here we are. We're blowing the lid off of this one.
So we talked about the graphics. The graphics are jagged as shit.
Wait, hold on. Can we talk about Driver 1 at the end too? Because I want to end on Driver 1.
Wait, you want to end on Driver 1?
Yeah, because I want to talk about survival, art of chase, and...
you want to... Okay,
I want to talk about all of them at the end, dude. I have to, because it's going to be my favorite. Let's just get the other stuff out of the way.
The game was a huge hit. The game sold, both critically and commercially, it sold 1 million copies by August in '99, and it sold over 3 million in the lifetime of its entirety. I think it was probably in stores for like a couple years, so it sold 3 million copies.
88,
so that was like a huge hit in 1999. So let's make a sequel. Yeah. So I am going to talk about Driver 2, The Wheelman is Back, or in Europe, nobody cares about this subtitle, Wheelman. Like, literally nobody distinguishes Driver and goes like, oh shit, the Wheelman, he's back.
He's back.
He's back. So Driver 2 was called The Wheelman is Back, and then in Europe it was called Driver 2 Back to the Streets, or Back in the Streets. But it doesn't make any sense. He was never in the streets in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's called Driver 2. It came out a little bit over a year later, so in November of 2000. The creators just took what they thought, what people liked about the game, and just compounded it, I guess. You were able to get more cars. There were 4 new cities. There was Chicago, Havana.
You can get out of the car and into another car in this one, or no?
No. In this one, you can just get into different cars.
Okay.
No. Oh, yeah. Well, you were just saying hop out? Yeah. So I'll get to that. So it's just generic. It was another generic cop story. But two of the biggest what the fucks about this game is that it was 2 discs.
That's fucked up. It was a 2-discer? I didn't know this about Driver 2.
I distinctly remember this because I guess you can't fit all the garbage cutscenes on 1 disc.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then the second thing was that you were able to get out of your car. And holy shit, does that look terrible.
Yeah, dude. The graphics are really bad on that.
Like, if you couldn't make that look okay, like even moderately okay, just take it out of the fucking game. The way when I was watching the character model, like, run around this, it looked like rolled up tinfoil. Like, if you used tinfoil to cook a pizza, and then you roll it up, and then make a little man out of it. That's what he looked like.
Low polygon count? Is that what you're giving us
Oh
there?
my God. It was like no polygons. There was no
No polygon.
polygons involved in making him.
Wow.
And this was 2000. Like, first off, Metal Gear Solid came out. That was 2 discs. Final Fantasy came out.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was able to
Yes.
make something that looked like a person running. And it was just wild that they couldn't make one dude look normal
They
walking
spent
around.
all the money on, fucking driving.
Did
Literally.
they? Because it's literally exactly the same as the first game.
Yeah, good point. I mean, how much could it have cost for the second game? They just reskin it a little bit, updated.
Pretty much. I mean, and here's another funny thing about the driver games, at least 1 and 2. They pulled the old 1 too of like the depth perception thing from old video games where Silent Hill did it really good where you couldn't show things far away. So what they did was they covered the city,
made
the
it
town and
fog.
fog. So in Driver, it was like the whole background was like a painted cityscape. But as like 2 blocks forward, you can't see 2 blocks forward the buildings. So out of nowhere, as you're driving, buildings just appear. So it's
That
kind of
happened with
funny
a lot
that-
of those games, but
Yeah,
even Driver
every
1.
fucking game from
yeah.
2000 before. So it's pretty much the same thing. They ported it. They didn't port it to the PC. Apparently, they ported the first Driver to the PC.
Yeah, they did. They didn't do it with the second one?
Well, this pisses me off because the first Driver had better graphics, better cutscenes, better music. Like the first Driver on PC was like astronomical. It was like when they ported the Star Wars game that we talked about before. So then they only ported this to the Game Boy Advance,
Oof.
which is I don't even know why you would do that. But it's 2002 and it looks as bad as it sounds, like porting a game like Driver onto the Game Boy Advance.
Sounds terrible.
So he looked terrible getting out of his car. The game is essentially the same. It was 2 discs for some reason. I think like the first disc was the first 2 cities and the second one was the second 2 cities. But it actually sold like crazy. But
Name, dude. Name.
it sold 2.8 million copies.
What was the kind of rating? Did it get well received?
Yeah, it got like less than the first one.
Yeah,
but
like
it was still like,
70s.
oh, Driver's back.
Yeah, Driver's back, baby. A new
But
set of drivers.
Yeah.
A new set of drives for you to drive.
And it's the same. The plot's the same. Tanner, like I think, talks a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel like he does. In the first one, I feel like he barely does. This one, I feel like he says like 19 sentences.
You know what's? Yeah, you could probably hear his footsteps more than his fucking voice in this game.
Yeah.
That's all you hear when he's running through the streets. It's the worst. But so
Footsteps.
And I guess because of the poor reception and the rise of the PS2, they waited a while to make Driver 3.
2004, right?
2004, but it wasn't called Driver
Crazy.
3. It was called Drive 3R. Drive 3R.
No, it was Driv 3er.
Driv 3er. It's the perfect title. It's so cool.
As we all refer to it as. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty extreme.
So it came out on the PS2 and Xbox in June 2004. And they actually, Atari published it and they pulled out all the stops because they wanted this. Like, it's been 4 years since Driver.
Let's make it.
They want
hit it
Driver.
hard.
Yeah, they want Driver to be like this hardcore franchise now. And I never played it. Did you ever play Driver? Did you ever play Driver 2?
Like once in my life.
Really? I remember owning it. It was like a red jewel case. It was fucking double disc, dude. You own numerous games of double disc.
I know, dude. I double disc your mom.
Yeah? You know she listens to the show now, right?
I know she does now. Now I'm like, oh, I apologize.
Dude, you really fucked up.
No, I apologize for doing it.
That's good.
Yeah.
So in between 2000 and 2004, how many Grand Theft Auto games came out? Like literally all of them?
Is that when they came out? That was their heyday?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, yeah, what?
Vice City? Vice City was probably coming out,
Vice
right?
City, San Andreas, like they all came out in between 2000 and 2004. So Driver, you're fucking
one where you
Tanner.
can shoot people.
Yeah, like Tanner is dead. He should just kill himself. Like there's no reason to make a Driver game. So I never played Driver 3. I didn't even remember it coming out on the PS2. I think the funny thing is, I think I was over Driver, and I think that was during the period where I actually got in that the Chinese buffet getaway. So I think I was like, screw it, I'm just
doing
gonna
real life drivers.
Yeah, I was doing real life driving. I didn't need Tanner. Like nobody remembered Tanner at all.
There's a weird thing where I feel like, do you think anyone remembered Tanner and like was like really rooting for him, or like he carried over well. I think he was a terrible carryover. I feel like
he's
everyone.
a terrible protagonist.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only attribute that people know him as is he was a former race car driver
Who pooped?
who pooped himself.
When the car flipped upside down.
Or the Tanner. They're still calling that. That's why he.
Huh?
Oh, this makes sense. That's why
Shit
he's going to different cities.
Yeah.
Everyone figures him out.
Yo, they smell him out.
Oh shit! Aren't you the guy that shit himself at NASCAR?
Yeah.
And then he goes to another city.
Do you think he has to have like a cool license plate or bumper sticker that says like "shit happens" and like it cheers him up? I remember that distinctly.
He gives himself a license plate that says "shit happens," and then goes outside and looks at the license plate and tears up.
No, a bumper sticker, not like a license plate. Like
But does he still get out of the car and look at the bumper sticker?
Yeah. Or maybe it's written in reverse and he can see it in the mirror, so he puts it on.
Oh, that's better. I like that.
Yeah. So you can just look at it and kind of tear up a little bit.
I really like that. So anyway, Drive 3R, Driver, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
3R.
It's literally a Grand Theft Auto game, and it's terrible.
But it's fake.
Well, it's stupid because, like I said, they pulled out all the stops. So guess what? There's a voice cast in this. That's like famous.
Really?
Guess who Tanner is? Guess who John Tanner is?
Hayden from
Michael Madsen.
Which one's he? I don't know.
Michael Madsen's the dude from Reservoir Dogs that cuts the guy's ear off.
Yeah, no shit. That's him?
Yeah. Cool. Ving Rhames is his partner.
What? That's kind of crazy.
Mickey Rourke is in it.
What?
Michelle Rodriguez and Iggy Pop is also in it.
This is even crazier because I feel like they thought this was going to take off.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean? Like they were, oh, this is going to be it.
They even license real songs. So while you're in the car, like I said, in this time period, I think like 3 Grand Theft Auto games already came out. So they're already killing it. They already have licensed songs.
I guess they figured they were going to cash in and ride the same wave, but really they got crushed by the wave.
Yeah, it was a really bad decision. The game sucked. I watched tons of videos of it, and it was just a bad version of Grand Theft Auto. And the funny thing is, it came out in November 2004. Grand Theft Auto, I think, came out in October 2004.
Damn, dude, that's bad timing. The other thing is, it's like Grand Theft Auto was like good at what it was good at. This game was good at driving, physics, and fun. And they were like, let's add shooting. Let's add getting outside of your car. Like they added things they weren't good at.
They added you can drive speedboats and motorbikes. And the whole idea of Driver was you're driving a car, dude.
And what I mentioned earlier, muscle car. Like your American car. Like you're in the car. You don't even talk. Like that's the whole point of view. The point of view isn't to be freaking Grand Theft Auto and like fucking fly around and drive new vehicles and shoot people. Like that's not.
Yeah, that's not the point. Yeah, so Michael Madsen, you really done fucked up. So anyway, I was gonna barely talk about this game because of when I looked it up and I'm like, oh, this is just garbage. Apparently it's notorious garbage.
Oh,
but the
really?
best thing I found out about it is, Nick, does the word driver gate mean anything to you?
Oh, no, it doesn't, but please keep going. I want to hear.
So when I was looking up information about this game, I came across, it's Drive 3R Gate. But there is an occurrence that is dubbed Driver Gate. And it regards the terrible launch of Driver, which is hilarious. So Atari was the publisher. GT Interactive that you mentioned, the company Reflections that made it.
Yeah, Reflections did,
Yeah. So Atari bought GT Interactive and it became it. And then they owned Reflections, I think. So they wanted Driver 3. It's been 4 years. They wanted Driver 3 to beat Grand Theft Auto because Grand Theft Auto was like killing it. So they wanted to put the Grand Theft Auto franchise below them. And they wanted to beat them so badly in the sales that they literally pulled out all the money that they had behind the launch of Driver 3. Oh, and they worked on it for 3.5 years to do it. And they wanted to make the 2004 holiday. So they made Reflections. They forced Reflections to try to release it
early.
Before it was like actually finished.
God damn it, I knew it.
So they wanted to make
it's a half-cooked game.
So there's so many bugs in it. So instead of taking the hit and just maybe being like, you know what, we're not going to make the holiday season. Let's just work on it some more.
A few more months.
Atari thought of a great idea to reach out to two of the biggest video game magazines in Europe. And they were owned by a company called Future. I think it was called Future Media. They owned like 2 big video game magazines. One was called PlayStation Magazine. It was called PSM2 and Xbox World. So the whole plan was that they were going to give this magazine an early build of the game to review. And so that would benefit them, and they would be like, hey, here's an early build of the game. In return, give us a great review.
Yeah.
So
no.
these magazines were like, oh shit, we're going to get like great sales because we're going to
get
game.
early, we're getting early reviews.
Yeah, they gave it to them 2 months before the game was supposed to come out.
Okay.
So of course, the company said yes. They gave them a build of the game. I don't know. It probably had all the glitches and shit, and it was probably terrible.
Of course. Yeah, and they probably said, hey, we're working on it.
Magazines came out. They're like, we have 2 months before it comes out, like a review of Driver 3. The reviews, of course, were glowing. 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Now everyone thought like Driver 3 was this like perfect game. And then it finally came out 2 months later with like 1 million bugs and glitches and like unwatchable gameplay. It's literally some of the worst shit I've ever seen when I watch videos of it. So other magazines gave it like more accurate reviews of like what it actually was. Like, this is fucking hot garbage. So when more reviews came out and they realized it was really bad, people freaked out. So people went on message boards of those magazines.
The 2 magazines? Yeah.
Of the 2 magazines. And they went on a message board of, have you ever heard of Games Radar?
Nah. Wait, yeah, I have. Yeah.
That's owned by that company Future that owned the 2 magazines. So people stormed these message boards and were like, yo, what the fuck? Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, you guys gave this a 9 out of 10. Like, were you guys paid? Like, all this shit. Like, people were calling them out knowing it was true.
Of course.
And what did the company do? The company was just deleting everyone's messages, everyone's comments. And even one of the guys that reviewed the games with like a bullshit review went in the message board. It was like, no, I stand by my review, like 9 out of 10, whatever.
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
So this whole time, Future is like seeing their message boards blow up with like everybody calling it garbage and shit. And all they're doing is pressing delete. They're literally, they're deleting messages. They're banning mods that have been on there for years.
Banning everyone.
They're literally banning everyone. So what's Atari doing this whole time? Atari is doing something just as slimy because they hired a marketing company to make fake troll accounts to go on message boards and defend Driver 3.
Wait, they did this? It's proven?
Yeah.
Oh,
so what they did was,
so
they hired this like guerrilla marketing company. I forget what it was called, like something with a B. But they hired people to go on like Driver 3 message boards.
And be like, I think Driver 3
to be like, I played the game, like, this is great. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a good game.
You don't know.
And somehow there was like 3 users that did it constantly, and people figured
they got caught.
They traced their IP to like the headquarters of the marketing company.
That's genius. This is good stuff, dude.
Yeah, oh my god, it was so good. So then I think as like a last ditch effort, like this was happening in real time, so people were figuring this out. As a last ditch effort, the company Future just deleted every piece of evidence about everything.
That's
I somehow found a video, and apparently it was deleted off Wikipedia and then re-put back up.
Really?
I guess somewhat recently. But it was like wiped clean. Like nobody knew about this. And then I think a couple years later, Atari filed for bankruptcy. So.
Wow, dude. So this all went
So they sold, crazy. I think before they went bankrupt, they sold the rights to Ubisoft. But again, it's known as Drivergate because they tried to flood it with fake ass reviews and they tried to give people a shitty game.
And they got fucked up.
Yeah, they got fucked up. So the behind the scenes thing of Driver 3 is more entertaining than actual Driver 3, which I think is hilarious. Yeah, so that's a Drivergate. It's like the real Gamergate, you know?
It's kind of funny that it happened because I love Gamergate, and you know both of us, you know what side we're on, right?
Yeah, the gate.
The gamer.
Oh, I thought I'm on the side of the gate, dude.
I'm kind of on both sides. Is that why people tune in?
Like, you gotta put a gate up, dude.
To keep the gamers out?
Yeah, like you can't let your parents come in on you while you're gaming, so you set up a gamer gate.
Is that what a gamer gate is? Is to keep your parents from knowing you're gaming?
Yeah. What did you think it was?
I thought it was to keep your parents in so they had to watch you game. So it's like, it ups your view count. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Yo, how cool would that be if like 20 years ago you were like, you made a girl and her friends come over to your house, and then like two of your friends, and you were watching the game, and you were like, "Yo, everyone, let's hang out," and you were playing a game they didn't want to see, and you're like, "Yo, my view count's up to 6." Before the internet, it was who could get the highest view count. You know what I mean?
That's a game. Yo, we need someone to make an actual Gamergate gate.
Like a gate for gamers.
Yeah, like what's a Turtle Beach? Are they doing anything right now?
I don't know, but seriously, if they could make a gate that would help gamers get more views, I think it would be a good product.
Yeah, right? I think that's the perfect. We'll call it Gamergate, and that's it. Like,
it's the Gamergate, dude.
Twitch streamers will be numbers will be through the roof.
Low voltage electric. It'll help you get views because it'll electrocute anyone who tries to leave.
They'll learn to want to stay because they don't want to get electrocuted.
Yeah, and I don't want to get electrocuted. Do you?
No, so just watch the game.
Watch people game. Watch me game.
Come on,
I'm gonna play again. Is it my turn? No, relax. I'm playing.
Yeah. So what were we? What? Oh, Driver 3.
Driver 3. Drive 3R.
So the game is terrible. It sold really shit. It sold like really bad
for like an hour.
What's that?
You wanted to talk about driver parallels for like an hour?
Well, give me a hot second, dude.
Give me 1 second.
I just want to. It sold 750,000 worldwide, so that's like way less than either one, like worldwide. So I want to give. I'm gonna rate and grade Driver 2 and 3 combined.
Okay.
The Driver 2. I give it Driver 2.
Let's say if they were. Hold on. What if they were an Uber driver? What would Driver 2 get?
Okay.
Do it that way.
Driver 2 gets 3 stars, 3-star rating.
Yeah.
And I would give Driver 2 a $2 tip.
Okay. Even like for how far of a drive is it? I mean.
Well, he got out of the car. I would have given him more, but he kept getting out of the car.
Changing cars?
Yeah.
Did you have to change cars with him?
Driver 3 gets 0 stars.
Wow.
But it has stars in it. So I guess I give it 5 stars.
That's a good review. I like it.
Yeah, but no tip.
Okay.
No tip. He stayed out of the car. He kept getting out of the car and just stayed out. He kept going on a motorbike. He left me in the car.
You were like, no, I have to get to this apartment. He was like, yeah, let's take a motorcycle and a motorboat.
My Uber ride with Drivergate, on the other hand, gets 5 stars and a $50 tip.
That's incredible. Was it that good, or you just think it was that good?
I just love Drivergate. I think the story's phenomenal. It was just such a good ride.
Riveting?
Yeah. So what other driver games are down the tunnel, shoot, whatever?
That's all of them, dude. Parallel? That's it. I just know the name of it. Do you know?
Yeah, I didn't well, all I know about it is it came out in see, I don't even know. I don't even want to look at it. But I know it's not about Tanner, so we shouldn't even talk about it.
Oh shit, dude. Tanner's not
legit.
Parallels, bro.
So it's not Tanner's not the main character. It's like instead of playing an undercover cop, you just play a straight up criminal. And
Wait, that's crazy because do you know what the controversy was for Driver 1 that you might not have come across?
No, what?
So it's Driver. You are the wheelman. And early indications were that you could choose whether to be good or bad. And at the time, there were a lot of games coming out that were like, you were a good guy or you were a bad guy. Well, they really thought you were going to be a criminal in Driver and that you could literally be bad and work for the mafia.
Oh, the graphics couldn't fucking take that.
Well, it doesn't matter in the story. I mean, why do the graphics matter? I mean,
it matters to me.
Okay. Well, either way, a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is so PC. He's not a criminal. He's just an undercover cop." And it kind of was like a little funny that they were advertising you could be a bad guy.
Wow, yeah, I didn't know that.
Work for the mafia, and it turns out, oh, not really. He's a cop.
He's just a race car driver.
He's just an ex-race car driver who pooped his pants and now he's a cop. And now he's working for the mafia as an undercover. And it's like, oh, okay.
That would be that would give him more characteristic, I guess.
It would, so, but it was just weird at the time. Games were all about, are you a good guy or are you a bad guy? Like, do you know what I mean? That kind of thing was important at the time.
Well, I think it's funny. I think they were just sick of using Tanner. So that's probably why.
Parallels is just like
another guy.
New story.
Yeah, it's a whole new story. I had it up. But basically, it's about you're just this dude that is just a criminal, just a driver, and his name's TK. I don't know. It all takes place. So it takes place in New York, and you're a driver that gets like arrested. So it takes place in two timelines, 1978 and 2006. And I think because Drive 3R did so poorly, nobody wanted Tanner in their life.
They ignored it.
Yeah, I think they literally ignored it.
Of course, that's a good move.
The dude you play is named TK. And get this. Oh my God, this is so good.
What?
Dude, TK, the new main character, received Game Informer's Biggest Dork of 2006 award.
Wow, dude. We went from the best game of 2001 to like the biggest dork in 2006.
Holy shit.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
How big of a dork was this dude?
I don't know. I guess. Well, I watched like 2 seconds of the intro.
Does he say things like, "Whoa, I don't want to break the rules"? Does he say something like that? That would be pretty cool.
He's like trying to be cool. Like he pulls up to wherever somebody's robbing someplace. He pulls up. He's like, "That's me. I'm a driver." And he looks at the dude. The dude jumps in with like a ski mask. He's like, "You need a lift?" Like he's trying to be cool. And I just stopped the video. I'm like,
corny.
"Nah, you're not Tanner. You don't deserve my attention. Like your pants are clean. Tanner's pants are always full of shit."
Brown. They're brown. Yeah, he wears the brown pants.
John Browner. Yeah, that's not tan.
No, it's John Brown. Pants. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, actually, now that we skimmed over Parallel Lines, because nobody cares about Driver 3 or Parallel Lines, the best driver game. I don't know if you've ever played Driver San Francisco.
No, I haven't.
Did you look up anything for this?
No. This is literally the only one I haven't seen anything footage from. So
Driver San Francisco was like the reboot of the Driver franchise, because I think after Driver 3 tanked, they sold the rights to Ubisoft, and Ubisoft was like trying to make a really good driver game. They made like Parallel Lines and another shitty one. But Driver San Francisco, I'm genuinely excited about. So it came out in 2011 for the PS3, Xbox, the Wii, and the PC in September 2011. I remember I bought this game too. I bought this with a PS3 on Black Friday in 2011. I bought this, I think it was like $200, $250, I don't remember. But I remember a new driver game came out, and I'm like, I haven't played a driver game since
it's time.
Yeah, literally in like over 10 years. So I'm like, I'll give it a try. I had no clue what it was about, really. So I put it in. Apparently it's a direct sequel to Driver 3, which unless you played that fucking game, which nobody did, you're not going to know that, which is insane for them to bounce off that. So in all reality, I looked this up too. It's the ending of Driver 3. The bad guy named Jericho and Tanner have a shoot off, and they're both in like an alleyway, and they both shoot each other, and the ambulance picks them up, and you don't know what happens. So apparently, in between then and now, they both survived. They arrested the bad guy, and Tanner's okay.
Is Jericho the other racer?
What's that?
Is that Jericho another racer?
No, there is.
There is another racer guy. That is funny as hell.
Something. His name is Rusty
that's fine.
something.
That's
yeah,
fine.
He's like Tanner's like arch nemesis. But no, Jericho's like the head of the mafia family in like the last two games. But he came back. He's like in 2 and 3. They're both alive. So Driver San Francisco starts off. The guy Jericho is getting taken by police on an escort to the prison. The graphics are really good. And it's Tanner and his sidekick Tobias like shooting the shit in the car. You hear that the guy Jericho breaks out of his like armored van. He's driving away. So you get the call. You as the driver start chasing him. I'm like, all right, normal driver shit, whatever.
Yeah.
You chase him, you bump into him, and then a cinematic happens where like a giant truck slams into Tanner's car, and you find out that Tanner gets put in a coma.
Jesus Christ!
So then he Well, you see like flashes of it, and then he wakes up again in the car, and his partner's like, "Hey, are you okay, dude?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
Dude, dream
so
shit.
He looks up and sees like a billboard sign that just says like "Wake up," and he starts hearing voices. Yeah. He's in a coma. So you start driving around, you have no fucking clue what's going on, and out of nowhere, you pop out floating in the sky and drop into another car. And so this whole time in it, I forgot to mention this, in the corners of the screen, it's like a Metal Gear Solid, like talking heads of like whoever's in the car. So when you pop out and go into another car, it's you, Tanner, and then whoever you're in the car with, and it's like Quantum Leap. You remember that show?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone thinks like the ambulance driver's like, "Hey, what are you doing, Jim? Like drive straight.
Hey, go, move.
You take over this dude's body, and you're like, what the fuck's going on?" Yeah. So basically, you can float up in the air and hijack any car you want, and it's either a taxi mission, it's an ambulance mission, you're like a crook. So all the meantime, you're trying to figure out, I guess, in real life, what the guy Jericho's been up to, like his plan. But this whole time, the whole game takes place in a coma. So you're like God. You're bouncing in between cars, pretending you're someone else. And it's the fucking craziest gimmick they could have thought of to reignite the Driver franchise.
Only way to do it because, like, dude, they're like, whatever, dude, let's go crazy.
It works.
Let's go, everyone. Does it?
It works so well. It is so awesome.
Are you
because
LOL?
the whole game, you're doing this, and like he's trying to figure out what's going on. And in the very end, in the coma, you meet the bad guy, and then because the bad guy is just an interpretation of the bad guy because you're in a fucking coma.
Not really him.
Yeah, it's not really him. Like he plays a mind game with Tanner because it's all in his head, and then they wind up in like a white area, like a white room, like the Matrix or some shit. Yeah, and then he turns into a bunch of crows. I don't fucking know. What? But there's like the ending fight. So what they call it shifting. So if anyone remembers this game, it's called shifting when you take yourself out of the car and hop in other people's cars. But the final fight is you're in a car and you're trying to chase the bad guy, but so you're shifting into other cars and hitting them with lightning and throwing them at the bad guy's car and going back and forth. Dude, it's as cool as it sounds. It's hilarious too because it's very self-aware. So it's sort of like it doesn't take itself too seriously. It doesn't try to be nitty and gritty. It's like, all right, we already did that 20 years ago or 10 years ago.
This is what we got. This is all we got going for us.
Oh my God. I want to be in that boardroom where someone was like, I have a great idea. Tanner goes into a coma. He doesn't shit himself and he floats around to other people's cars. So I remember playing this game and I'm like, how did this get past like the ratings of this being a good idea? And it works 100%. This is like the first time on this podcast that I've talked about a game that I genuinely really love.
When did it come out? 2011?
2011, yeah.
I'll check this out. I'll fucking check the hell out of it.
Yeah, and the
so
funny
it's corny
thing
and awesome at the same time, right? How you would rate it?
Wait, what?
Corny and awesome at the same time?
Yeah, it's corny and awesome, and the graphics are good. And the funny thing about this game is the Wii version had nothing to do with the versions that came out the other consoles.
Oh, dude, the Wii version of everything is so bad.
I'm telling you, dude, Nintendo fucking sucks. The Wii fucking sucks. I guess because they thought that older people couldn't take like the flashing colors, like my mom.
Stop. She couldn't take the shifting? Your mom can't shift. Is that what you're saying?
She couldn't take the shifting. So what they did was they just made an entirely new plot where it's Tanner's origins.
Oh, no.
It's
they
like
made another game for her? They literally had to make a game for your mom.
Yeah, they had to make a driver game for my mom.
God damn, dude.
So it's still called Driver San Francisco, but it's basically Tanner's first like police missions. And there's nothing cool about it. It's basically it's like a reskin of the first game because you don't get out of your car.
God damn it.
You can shoot. One of the most exciting things in the whole game was that you can drive on 2 tires.
Whoa.
Yeah, look out, PS5. Here comes the Wii version of Drive to San Francisco.
Damn.
Yeah,
dude.
so Nintendo fucking sucks. And get this, Nintendo also sucks for this reason because I didn't realize that Driver San Francisco was backwards compatible, and I had it on my Xbox One. Like, I guess I downloaded it at some point, and I just sold my Xbox One because I don't touch it and got a Switch. So I could have done actual research and played it, but Nintendo forced me to buy a Switch.
Wow. How do you do that, Nintendo?
Nintendo's really screwed the pooch on both those things.
You said screw the pooch, dude. There you did. Every time everyone who's listening drink, he said it.
Yeah.
We play a game where every time you say screw the pooch, we drink.
We said that in the beginning, right?
Yeah, it's only happened once in 16 episodes. But.
Yeah. But anyway, Driver San Francisco, fucking fantastic. It's called shifting. Can't shift in the Wii unless you shift yourself with the fucking Wiimote.
Unless you shift yourself while you're driving upside down in a race car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I had it. I screwed myself. I bought a Switch, and now I can never. And apparently you can't rebuy it. So it's not in the Steam store. It's not in the Ubisoft store. It's hard to find like used. Apparently it's like, I don't know if it's like a license thing, but it's like near to impossible to find anywhere digitally.
This is crazy because I'm running into this problem with a game my son wants to play with Spyro and shit. It's called Skylanders. It's Spyro and Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, that was like the Disney Infinity. Oh, Disney
Yeah.
Infinity did it better, dude.
Well, guess what? My son wants to play Skylanders and they don't make it anymore and they don't sell it digitally anywhere. So I have to literally find an eBay place that's going to sell me this goddamn game.
Why does he want to play this fucking 5-year-old dead game?
It's funny because it came out in like 2014, exactly, or 2016.
Yeah,
And he's obsessed with it. He's like, I need to play this. And I'm like, dude, I played this. It's Crash Bandicoot. And he's like, no, it's Skylanders. I'm like, whatever, dude. Yeah,
well,
sure.
I don't understand. Where did he see commercials
He
for that?
saw a video of a kid playing it on YouTube. Now he needs it. And the thing is, it's like, I can get it for like $15. I'm like, that's awesome, dude. Fine.
Yeah.
Now I can't get it. And he's obsessed. And he's like, well, why can't you get it? I'm like, you don't get it, dude. You don't just... He doesn't understand that you can't instantly get anything for the right price. Like, do you know what I mean? He doesn't understand that. Which is a lot of people. Like, they're like, you just download the game on Steam. We talked multiple times about having to actually physically buy these games. Like,
yeah,
you buy Hitman.
You might be able to buy Skylanders, like, somewhere. But still, it's going to be hard to fucking find because it's dead.
I think I got to eBay it, dude. I got to find someone who's selling it used or something.
Yeah, that sucks.
I know. I got to interact.
So
that all the drivers?
No, well, I guess if I took a ride with Driver San Francisco, I guess I would give it 4 stars and a $10 tip.
Yo, dude.
But for the Wii one, I would give it no stars and no tip.
No stars, no tip, and throw up. Would you throw up in his ride?
I would probably throw up in the game case and close it and resell it to GameStop.
It's weird. Have you ever thrown up in a Uber ride?
I have, but it was Tanner, so he already shit himself.
So it was like a combination?
It was a combination and it canceled itself out.
So the car went upside down and there was poop and throw up above you?
Yeah.
And you were okay with it and you got out at your destination?
I was perfect. Literally, it was probably the best ride of my life.
Well, it's confusing me because...
afterwards, he handed me a shit-covered copy of the original Driver.
That's incredible. I think that's...
It was in the jewel... It wasn't in the jewel case. It was just the CD.
Just the CD? With the
shit-covered CD.
In the other hand, he had the manual?
No manual.
He said, I'm really sorry, I don't have the manual or the jewel case?
Yeah, but he kept, like, saying it and shaking his hand with all the shit, so it kept swinging everywhere. I'm like, all right, just give me the game, dude.
Sounds like your dad.
It might have been. He was just covered in poop, so I didn't see his face. Did you know there was a comic book and a novel for Driver?
Excuse me, hold on. I almost threw up. What? Is this a real thing?
So, I guess to prep people for Driver San Francisco and Parallel Lines and whatever the Driver universe they want to make, so they made a novel called Driver Nemesis, and it took place between 2 and 3 or something.
2 and 3 a.m.?
2 and 3. It came out in 2011, and then there was a comic book that took place between Driver 3 and San Francisco. It came out in 2011. And they also tried to make a Driver movie, dude.
Did they?
Yeah, apparently the guy that made Mortal Kombat tried making a Driver movie.
That's hilarious, dude. This guy loves video games way too much. I love him. I love him. But
he tried making it in 2007. Paul W.S. Anderson tried making it. It had like a $50 million budget.
If Paul wants to come talk to us, I think he needs to stop.
We need to interview him.
We need to interview his family. Is Paul terrible to be around? Yeah,
he keeps getting these video game movies made, so probably not.
Wait, he's got more made?
Yeah, what did he make? Mortal Kombat.
So I'm wondering if that's all he did, dude. He just wants to make movies and he made Mortal Kombat and they were like, okay, you're done.
I'm pretty sure, I swear to God, he made another one.
You can look it up while we move to the next segment. See, so what else happened with these Driver initiatives? Nemesis. Is that what it's called? Driver Nemesis?
Driver Nemesis was the novel, yeah.
Name for it in the world. What's the other Nemesis? Am I forgetting?
Oh, Resident Evil.
Thank you.
Oh, that's the other.
He did Resident Evil?
He did Resident Evil.
Ah, damn it, dude.
Did you even know that was a segue?
No, I had no idea. I was
you fucking nailed it, dude. I'm telling you, you nailed it.
Because I love Nemesis.
Yeah, he did, here we go. He did Resident Evil,
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil 2. He did Dead or Alive.
Oh my god.
He did Resident Evil 3.
Good
He did
lord.
Resident Evil 4.
He
He did Resident Evil 5, 6.
Not a video game.
He made a lot of Resident Evils.
Is he like super like into video games? Like where like he's like
I don't know. I mean, he made movies in between, but like he just really likes Resident Evil.
sounds like he's got issues. I don't know.
I mean, he also made Event Horizon. Remember that movie?
Actually, oh my god, he did. I
That
love
movie's
Event Horizon.
Banging.
Yo, that is a good movie. Yo, you should stick with other movies, dude. Just go sci-fi. Go full sci-fi, dude.
Yeah, I think he went full Res Evil. He didn't stop. He's still cranking them out. Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't know there were that many Resident Evils in movie land.
How many are there?
Yeah, I didn't know there were that many.
I think there's like 7 or 8. Oh, let me count.
Christ. No, don't count, dude. It's going to take too much energy from you.
Okay. I swear there's like 7 or 8.
All right, that's fine. What I wanted to end the episode was Driver 1 was the best of all of them.
100%.
I know you talked about shifting because you love it so much and you're going to marry it or whatever when you get older. I think that's your ultimate goal.
Yep.
But something about Driver was so nostalgic before nostalgia. Like when I watch it, it's nostalgic. Like, yeah, it's something I played from 1999. But even when I was playing it in 99, it felt nostalgic.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree, yeah.
it was so cool. It was the first game to have like hubcaps that flew off when you did a turn too sharp and like your wheels would spin and you could do like where did I read about it? Something really struck a chord with me because it was around the time of like the Gran Turismo got its first game. San Francisco Rush got its first game. Someone said the controls were somewhere between the two. And I was like, that's ridiculous. And I was like, yeah. Like Gran Turismo was too realistic. It's like you could talk about the gear ratio of your cars and the RPMs, and you had to talk about you could shorten or lengthen the gear ratios in your cars. Did you know that?
I didn't really care for Gran Turismo, to be honest. I don't give a shit.
Because it was too fucking real.
I think that was it. I agree with you. I actually think that was
Too
it.
real.
It was too real for me. I'm like, I don't care about the hubcap size.
Christ. Exactly. And then there's the opposite end of the spectrum, San Francisco Rush, where you're fucking flying around the
Oh
map.
my god. Yeah.
Which is fun. I have nothing against either of the games. I actually like both. But this game was somewhere in between where it was like, yo, it's a little bit like realistic. Like the game had suspension to the cars. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I remember.
Like you can actually feel the car bounce, and it was like a 70s, 80s car bounce. And something about the way the game was made was it felt like you were playing a 70s or like a specific car. Like I was playing a 78 Cutlass, or I was playing an 84 Mustang, or I was playing, and I don't know enough about cars to know it, but that's how the game felt to me. Like I was playing Driver 1, which is like a 94 fuck. I don't know. Again, I don't know about cars, but there's something personal that happens with this game, and I feel like that happened, it captured the essence of a car. Like, you know what I mean? Where like older people will talk about like a 74 so-and-so, and you're like, I don't know what that means. But that's what
Yeah,
that
like
means.
I'm glad they don't go too deep into the car aspect, because I think in 2 and 3 there's like licensed car models, like all these car companies were like, we're giving you our models to put in your game. I like that the first one was like, yeah, they're cars, but you don't really need to know about cars. We're just going to give you one car to drive, and it looks really cool, and it's a 70s muscle car, and like, you know, like, so it was appealing to me too, because I'm like, oh, that looks cool, but I don't need to know the name of it.
Right. But this is the way that a 70s muscle car is cool to people, which it's not cool to me, is probably the way that Driver would be cool to you or I. It's
Yeah.
unique. There's mistakes to it. Like, I feel like there's ways to be more proficient nowadays. There's ways to be better. Graphics are better. But, like, there was something cool about it. Something you could feel the muscles at work. Like, you could feel an imperfect game be pretty friggin' awesome. And in an instance, like survival mode. That's exactly
Oh my
what
god,
I'm
I'm so
I
excited.
I know. So there was if you played the game, you could do the story mode, whichever one we've been talking about all night, but there's survival mode, where you would literally click on survival mode and pick a map, and everyone should pick San Francisco. Just fucking pick San Fran. Don't pick anywhere else because of the hilly streets.
Is San Francisco where you start off in the park?
Yeah, 100%. And it has the hilly streets.
Yep.
So you start off in survival mode with a full felony meter, which is funny because it's like the origin of the wanted meter in GTA, right?
There you go, stealing more shit.
Yep. So your felony meter is full, meaning the cops are onto you, they're chasing you, and they're going full speed. The cool thing this game did that most games don't have the balls to do is they gave the cops like 140% car speed. Meaning like,
they also
it sounds weird.
Gave them the spirit of Satan.
Well, it gave them, like, I'm telling you, it was like, they could go faster than you could go when you held the gas button the whole time. So they were always going faster and catching up to you faster and just going faster. So the whole idea was to outsmart them. And the coolest feeling in the world was these demon cops who were chasing you at 130 miles an hour. And you know how they stop you? They just ram your car over and over until you stop.
They keep going, because you have a damage meter too. We forgot to mention that.
And once they filled your damage meter up, you were done.
Mm-hmm.
The only cool thing is that you could fill up their damage meter to stop a cop, and theirs is always lower than yours. I don't know if you caught that, but I mean, it makes sense. It would take like 7 cops. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you rammed the cop, eventually he would lose. If you did it in San Fran, there'd be times where I'd know the path to take. You go right for 5 seconds, you turn right at an angle towards the street, and the cop who's chasing you at 140 miles an hour would hit a park bench, and you could look behind you, and he hit it doing like...
You click the 2 shoulder buttons, and you can look behind you.
Which was a cool aspect of the game. And his car would go woo, 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 and you could hear him die. And then another one would take its place, but like, it didn't matter. You were just running for your life. And it was so cool because in the hilly area of San Fran, you would go down a hill and your car would get like, I don't know, like 5 feet airborne. It would look really cool. Your hubcaps would fall off. Well, the cop behind you was doing 180. And you would just freaking fly over A, your car, B, other cop cars, C, civilians. They were programmed to kill you. It was like
ragdoll physics.
Yeah. They would hit things and just fly in the air. They would throw their bodies at you as fast as they could. And it was so funny because there would be other cars, like traffic. They would ram into traffic at 190 mile an hour to hit you. So like there's an innocent car going like 20 and there's just a cop going 190. It goes straight in the air.
Oh, man.
That shit cracked me up.
It actually hurts right now because I'm smiling thinking about how amazing that survival mode was.
Yeah.
Whenever I would start survival mode, I would pick San Fran. I would start in the park. I would do a U-turn.
And go, did you? Okay.
I would go straight where I knew there was 2 trees. So I would keep going really close to the trees, but I knew where to like press the over button to like not to hit the tree. The cops didn't know. So I would look behind me and 2 cops would just ram into the trees. And it was my favorite pleasure because I'm like, I fucking tricked you. Now I have to survive 1 whole minute now. So I would keep going, like you were saying, like you go down, you go over the hills, you go up 5 feet. These cops go like fucking in the sky.
Feet,
sometimes what I would do is I would see a big hill drop and I would halt my brake
over the hill,
and I would stop and I would do a U-turn and go up, and above me were all the cop cars flying like it was
flying 190 mile an hour. God.
So that only lasted for so long because then the cops kind of picked up on it and they would just be even more aggressive, and the AI was like turned up like 90.
So good.
I vividly remember those memories of playing survival mode and not even last maybe a minute.
Yeah, dude, 30. That was your nickname in high school, wasn't it?
What was it? Say it. Say what it was, dude.
Everyone would be like, "Yo, it's Dan Tendo playing survival mode, not even lasting a minute," and then your last name. I didn't want to give it out, but yeah, that's what they would say in the hallway.
Yeah, we didn't even go to high school together, dude.
I know. Well, kids were saying it in my high school about you. And then our
neighborhood was really different because you just kept chanting other people's names in different high schools.
Yeah. It's wild shit.
Yeah. What's the other, so first off, the survival mode is,
okay.
If anyone has an original copy of Driver and can play it, God bless you, man, because that survival mode is probably the best thing to come out of the PlayStation 1 era of all time.
It might actually be one of the best features of PlayStation 1. Just
Yeah.
survival mode driver. You say that to someone and they played it, they know.
Yeah.
It's wild shit. So here's another thing. They added something which was like, it was kind of a lot of work, but kind of cool idea. It was called director mode.
Yep.
So you could literally set up cameras. They'd have like 5 different kind of cameras. Moving camera, still shot from the sky, first person mode, second person mode. Like there was a whole bunch, and you could record what you had just done. Like, kind of revolutionary.
Could you record, I forget, could you record the survival modes? You can record everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so, oh, fuck. Recording survival modes would have been the best thing on the planet.
Oh, I think we did. Normal people.
Oh, we probably did, okay.
Yeah, I think we have some where, like, cops are going 100 mile an hour and hitting another cop car straight in the air, like, you know, physics. Good physics.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was called director mode. It was really detailed. Like, legit detailed for a PlayStation 1, like, movie editor.
Like, it could take you an hour to make a 5-minute clip. Not even.
Oh my God, no, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
So, I actually, do you remember I remember making maybe a few, but I do remember it taking like fucking forever.
Yeah, it took way too long. Like, it was super customizable, it was probably one of the most advanced, filmmakers. One of the first, probably, of its time.
I'm 100% going to say one of the first. So I found the manual again. So there's a bunch of options you can do to do it. There's play pause, there's auto director. So I think auto director is you put it on, it probably just changes the camera angle every like 5 seconds.
Yeah, because
fast forward, a frame advance, rewind to the beginning and add camera. So you can change it to, like you said, like a tripod or first person.
Yeah, it's tripod, yeah.
Change camera in car, tripod camera. Yeah, so are we going to talk about the art of chase?
Yeah, so this is also a game where a lot of these games, San Francisco Rush, racing games, Grand Theft Auto, they had like pedestrians, because you have to make your streets look very realistic. You got buildings, you got people, pedestrians, other cars. This one, like all the others, had pedestrians that were, as your car approached, they would run out of the way. Or what were they doing before you got there? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out in
The Art of Chase.
The Art of Chase. Anyway, so your brother, who I don't want to call him an art major, but I feel like
was he like a major in art?
Aspects? No, but I feel like he had those aspects in his life. Like I feel like he studied film and architecture. And
I think he did.
Like
I mean, he just loved movies.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And so this mode came out, this director mode, and most people spent, I don't know, like 20 minutes trying to make a video, realized it took way too long, and decided not to do it. Like that's just
check out my cool car crash. Check out my cool car video.
Right, like, and everyone tried to make it. It took too long. It didn't look that cool, but it was good an attempt. So your brother did, I believe, the greatest driver film editing review I've ever seen in my life. And he made us watch it, I'm pretty sure.
He made us watch it. It was called The Art of Chase. So, do you want to say what it was?
Yeah, so I just remember it had some of the best crashes, some of the best physics, the coolest car scenes ever. The engine sound awesome. So we'll call him Christopher, for lack of a better term, made The Art of Chase, and he showed us what it was. It was literally what all the people, the pedestrians, were doing when they weren't involved in the crash, the chase, the car.
So
nothing.
He would
it was just people in the street.
So he would set the camera up
tripod mode,
like a tripod mode, and film a pedestrian walking away as maybe like a block away the car action was going on. So it would just be showing this person walking, and then you would maybe see a blip of like a car passing.
One or two of the scenes was just someone, because they had a little picnic table set up and they were eating lunch together, and it was like 2 pedestrians in polygons, and it was just them for like 8 whole seconds. And I was like, what are you doing?
And that's the best part. My favorite part is, obviously, people take hours just to make a 5-minute video of car crashes. This probably took Chris like 5 minutes.
No, dude, it probably still took an hour. But it was so funny because it it was just people, the pedestrians that no one paid any attention to, that were inanimate objects essentially, and would drive out of the way. And he just videotaped them for like minutes at a time of just their daily lives.
It was the best thing. I mean, obviously, we never will forget that.
No, I will never forget. And I love that he called it the art of chase. I guess that's what it was. Good on him. He was older than us.
I was probably jealous of his
video
game editing precision. So I tried to put him in video games. I don't know if I ever told you this. Did I ever tell you this?
I think you have told me this. Go
ahead. There was a game. We're gonna keep talking about him. There was a game called RPG Maker.
Yeah,
for the
100%.
PlayStation 1. I think it was like 2 discs or 1 disc, whatever. But you can make your own Final Fantasy game. So I thought it was funny because he liked movies. I wanted to make a whole game about him and loving movies. So I made like a first level of like a Final Fantasy game of you play as him and me and the rest of my family are like his what do you call them in Final Fantasy? Like a team?
Teammates? Yeah.
Like teammates. Whatever. So he's walking around the city, but everyone's responding like, get out of here, you smell like shit. Or, sorry, we don't sell movies here. And then there was a giant dragon that was like, yeah, I don't have your movie. Like, get out of here. Like, we don't talk to dorks. But it was so hard to do. So I like stopped doing it after like 1 level. But it was called Chris in the Search for the Movie or something. It was so stupid. But I'm like, this literally took me like months to make. And it was physically impossible to finish it.
That's so funny. And that's with all the tools to help you make it easier.
And I also tried doing it again.
Did you? With him again?
I tried doing it in a Little Big Planet game where I was like, I'm gonna make another story about Chris, like picking his nose and eating it, boogers. And so I tried making it and it was just as hard. It was like 2014, 15, and I couldn't do it. I like just made him in the game and then made someone call him a dork and I was like, that's it, I'm done.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's really hard to make fun of someone.
I think
especially when you're trying to make it in video game form.
It's hard to make a game. It's hard to make Driver. It's hard to make Art of Chase. It's hard to make all of these things.
You know what? He may be on the podcast soon, so maybe he can defend himself.
I hope he does. I hope he talks about Art of Chase. What if he's like, I don't even remember making that, guys? We're like,
that's the funny thing. I feel like
he won't.
Might not.
And we'll be like, it was the greatest moment of our lives. He just made Art of Chase one day.
Yeah. So Driver, I don't know what I mean. Do we rate survival mode and director mode?
Yeah.
How would you if they were your Lyft driver?
Drove me,
how would you rate them?
I would let them throw up on me, and I still wouldn't charge them the throw up fee, and I would give them 5 out of 5 stars.
Nice. Both of them?
No, just survival mode. Director mode, I'm 3.5 out of 5, and I kind of cheat tip them. No, 5 out of 5, but I give them a bad tip.
Perfect. That's like the perfect.
It's like I'm giving you a good rating. Here's $1. I'm really sorry.
Like, can you imagine being like a Lyft or Uber driver opening your thing? It says like, oh shit, 5 stars, and then it's the flip. Oh no money.
It's like, thanks for the stars.
Big as fuck you.
Yeah, I wanted the money, not the stars. Yeah.
So Driver is a classic. I don't know anything about cars. I still don't know anything about cars. Driver 2, Driver 3, not a classic. Yes. We didn't even talk about Parallel Lines. Driver San Francisco, classic.
Okay.
If you ever get the chance to play that. Art of Chase, classic.
Best
Demon Police Officers, classic.
Yeah. Survival mode, please.
This series, the last game was 2011. This series needs to come back, but it's physically impossible without like some kind of gimmick.
Maybe Tesla. Driverless cars. So but you are the driver. Well, you are the driver. He just sits in the passenger seat, and Tesla drives him from place to place.
He's just on his phone.
Yeah, and they're like, "Why are you even a getaway driver?" And he's like, "I don't know. This car does it pretty good."
Yeah, it stops when I need it to stop. I don't crash.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. So, any last words? Any parting words for Driver?
No. I really think it epitomizes the muscle car, where people from the 70s and 80s are always telling you a 76 Cobra or a 93 Trans Am, and they always say a year in a car, and I'm always like, yeah, sure, but I don't really know what they're talking about.
You envision it because you play Driver.
No, I don't envision it at all because I've never owned these cars and I don't know what they're talking about. But they're like, yeah, it drives like this and it has an engine like this, and you're like, I don't know, sure, whatever. That's how I feel. Maybe I feel about Driver, and I would try and say that to people. I'm like, yo, 99 Driver, it's friggin' awesome. And someone's like, I don't know, there's better games, and I'm like, no, you don't get it. It's not a better game. It's just it has a personality. It's unique. It's awesome.
Mom, listen, Ubisoft. Mom. That was your nickname. Forgot that was your mom's nickname, dude.
She changed it, actually.
She changed it. She went from Candy Bush to Ubisoft.
No.
To You Guys Soft. Yeah.
She's GT Studios for Good Talk Studios. And now she just talks to them. She doesn't have sex with anyone. Okay, Dan?
Wow. Shouldn't she just have sex with your dad?
No one. She gave it up for Lent for the holiday season.
Tanner gave up diapers and your mom gave up sex.
They give up diapers. That's a pretty big jump.
He wants a toilet Tanner's back, man.
That's weird because for my mom to have sex, she needs diapers.
Holy shit. Oh, God, that's we got to end. So thank you for listening to our episode all about Driver. Well, I think we sort of talked about all the games. There were some we didn't talk about, but they're obviously not important.
The wheelman? ? We say it like that.
Yeah. The listener, you are the wheelman.
Yeah, we're ready.
Be like us, rating Driver. If you find us on iTunes or what is it? What are the other places? iHeartRadio. Anything you find us on?
Again.
Give us a rating. Give us a review. Toss it up there.
Seriously,
and maybe one day we'll be driving you. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we'll be driving you. Maybe we'll be steering you in the right direction. Maybe we'll be corralling your nice, soft, delicate opinions.
Yeah. So, from us customers to you guys drivers, thanks for listening. Nick,
thanks.
What do we always say? Like rev up or
rev down? Rev down. Game
what?
over.
Yeah, game over, everybody.
Game over, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Pew.